Hi, how are you going? It's the 22nd of September. It's a Friday. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I am very red and the light's kind of funny because this is where the light is at this time of day. Because it's very hot. We're having a heat wave apparently, but I think it's just like a heat wave for spring and that it's actually going to be nowhere near as bad as like a summer heat wave. But anyway, I love summer and I love hot weather, so not complaining, but I am very red and I can't have a fan on because of the noise. Actually, maybe I could. I'll just put my little wind muffler on. I'm going to do that because for the next one, I won't do it right now, but it's going to get very, very hot in this room at some point. Let me try and sort this lighting out. Oh, don't mind the spots. Anyway, yesterday I recorded my first podcast episode. I am so excited about it. I don't know if it's just because I'm obsessed with podcasts and I'm just so excited to be part of it, or that I never thought, the same with YouTube, I never thought I would have the balls to actually do it. So I'm just also feeling very proud of myself for doing it and for putting it out there. And I also feel like the episode was really easy to record. For the first episode, I thought I'd just do like my story and from like high school to now, just as an introduction and for some context for people who don't know me. And I also haven't done that really in a blog post or anything. Like, if you read everything or a lot of things that I write, you'd be able to piece everything I've said together. But I just thought I would explain it. Just trying to cool down. Just thought I would explain it. So yeah, it was just really good. I don't know if like the actual, this light is bothering me. Let me see. I don't know if the actual episode is good, but anyway, I just feel really good about it and I hope you guys will really like it. I have spent today trying to figure out what I need to do to get it up onto iTunes. Oh, now it's not even straight. Whatever. And there's lots of simple advice and then there's lots of like detailed advice, and I'm kind of just trying to get the bare minimum I need to do it, but I also want to make sure that it's set up properly so that, oh my god, I look so red and then so white. Oh, I can't figure out this afternoon lighting ever. Yeah, I just want to make sure it's searchable and that people can find it natively in the podcast app rather than having to find me through YouTube or through my blog. Obviously, people are going to find it through that as well. Like now I'm telling you about it. And I'll put a link below because hopefully by the time this comes out, the first episode should be live. I think it takes a few days for iTunes. Oh my god. I'm like sweating off this makeup and I haven't even put it on yet. I shouldn't have put so much on. Apparently it takes a few days for iTunes to approve it, like that you have a podcast. I guess to make sure it's all, oh, look at my ear. I get the reddest ears when I'm hot. And I'm getting a bit sweaty. Anyway, it's a bit gross to say that. Yeah, so I'm just so excited. So excited. And it's kind of like the same thing every time, and I wonder if it'll happen with this. But when I started these videos, the first day I was so excited and couldn't wait to film day 2, and then day 2 I was like, oh my god, what am I doing? But I feel like this is kind of different. I don't know. I feel like it's not really going to happen with this. Yeah, I don't know. So, I am going to be doing Q&A episodes, as I think I was saying yesterday, but also I think uploading some of the audio from my YouTube videos to my podcast, just because some people have been saying they want them, but it'll be really clear which is a podcast episode and which is a YouTube video audio, so you're not doubling up. Like, I'm not trying to trick you into listening to more. Just had you guys telling me you want the audio available on a podcast. So I'm going to do that, I think, with some of my most popular videos, and also with these. I'm just going to link or group 7 days together back to back, so it'll be a couple of hours long. I'm just going to I think I'll just say an intro like, hey, this is, sorry, it's a half cloudy, horrible for lighting day. So yeah, I'm just going to have a little thing at the beginning, I think, saying like, hey, if I don't talk for a few seconds, it's because this is the context of, because they won't be able to see I'm doing my makeup, obviously. Anyway, enough about that. But that's just what I have been up to. I'm going to the beach tomorrow, and I think I'm going to film like at 5 a.m. because I'm not sure exactly what time I'll get back. Or maybe I can film in the afternoon. I just want it to be done when I'm sitting on the beach. So that'll be interesting. But yeah, I just thought today I'd chat quickly about priorities. I say quickly because I'm going to go and visit my grandma and leave in like 10 minutes on the way to work. So yeah, I have just noticed from doing these videos that so they take like maybe 20 minutes a day, and yes, I'm doing them when I do my makeup, but like it's obviously easier to do makeup without doing a video than to do a video and makeup. And I've just really been hit again with a reminder that as soon as you make something a priority, it's gonna storm. Oh, Steve said there was gonna be a big storm. I love summer storms. It's not summer, but it really right now feels like summer. Let me open this. Oh, that's a bit better, kind of. Sorry, I know you probably don't even care, but anyway. So, yeah, I've just really been reminded that it's so important to make things a priority, and that, like, I think I've spoken about this before with Tony Robbins, and him saying that you have to raise your standards and make your shoulds into musts, and that's the only time it happens. And I know that, but like when I've made this 365 days of personal growth, I made it a must. Like, I have to film every day. It doesn't matter if it's like at 5 a.m, which it will be tomorrow. Hopefully it's light enough. Hadn't thought about that. Should be light enough. I normally get up at 5:15, so I haven't seen the light at 5 for a little while, but should be alright. Oh, it's so hot. Oh my god. So yeah, sorry, I feel like I don't know what I'm saying, but it's just such a good reminder that if I make something a priority, I will do it. But if I'm like, oh, it'd be nice to film every day, I'll see how I go, then I wouldn't have been surprised if by now already, when I'm still feeling fairly motivated, that I wouldn't have filmed, because it's not always convenient. There are days when I have to try and like figure out when to do it. I'm often thinking about what I'm going to say. It probably doesn't seem like it because I just babble on and often don't make much sense. But, ooh, this lip gloss. Well, it's not even lip gloss, it's Carmex. Yeah, I just have been reminded that it's so important. I've been doing it with Instagram. I just feel really pasty, so I'm just trying to put some bronzer on, but I still don't really know how to put bronzer on. Yeah, I'm just doing that with my Instagram. So I've been posting 3 times a day, which before I would have been like, oh my god, but it's because the other day I made time to find images to share and to create quotes to share, and also find some of my own images to share, and then load it up into the app I use, Planoly. I loaded up, I think it was at least 10 days worth, so at least 30 images. And then every day I've been spending 1 hour writing captions, because I really want to, like, I love reading Instagram captions, and I do writing like on my blog, and I feel like I really can add a lot to my Instagram by not overlooking those captions. I don't know if people read them, but I read them, and this whole business has been based on the model that if I'm doing something, there are probably other people who do it too. I feel like I'm not going to put on blush today because I'm very, very flushed from the heat. Yeah. So if I read captions, other people read captions, even if Instagram has... Oh, what am I doing? Even if Instagram has like cut them off and made them so you can't read them. Yeah, it's so important to prioritize. Like, that's just what I'm learning for myself. And I just want to quickly say, with these planners, I haven't been using them. I feel like I keep saying I'm going to update them, then I haven't been, because I haven't made it a priority. I was like, I should update them, not I must. So yeah, I'm really gonna, I think, take them down, because the weekly ones, the current week is this week, that's the last week that's up there, and just really think about a habit that I can create around planning. And when I say planning, I mean creating a to-do list, which I do with the help of my coach Kit. Actually, that's what I was going to talk about today, but I'll talk about that tomorrow. The coaching session that I have with Kit, and exactly why I pay for a coach, because he really helps me see thoughts that I never even realized were there. So yeah, I'll talk about that tomorrow morning. Actually, that'll be good. I'll try and be not too sleepy. I'm just putting some sunscreen on. But yeah, I make a to-do list with Kit every Thursday, and then I need to have that put into my calendar so that I can really actually follow through with my plans, because I just have found, as I've talked about previously, if I just have this really long to-do list, then I don't actually do a lot of it because it seems so overwhelming, and I just procrastinate on starting. I'm getting a lot better at that, but it still happens. But if I prioritize it and put it into my calendar, then it's just so much more manageable, and you're no longer thinking like, oh, I have these 20 things to do, like, what's the time, what's the task, I only have that amount of time to do it, and then you do it. And part of that is like learning how to make a realistic time estimate, but then you don't want to make a time estimate that's like, you want to have a realistic time estimate for you doing the task as focused as possible. So not a realistic time estimate to write a blog post while looking at Instagram and getting distracted. Like, how long does that take when you're focused, and then giving yourself that amount of time. So that's what I am doing. But the last couple of weeks I haven't been prioritizing it, and I've been doing a lot of new tasks, like this new podcast, figuring out how long it takes to upload daily vlogs, all of that. There's been a lot of new things, and I've just gotten slack with scheduling, and it's just meant, not that I've got less done, but that this camera is annoying me being on my phone. It's annoying me being tilted, but I'm just going to leave it. But yeah, I just really need to prioritize it and turn the planning and the scheduling into a must. I think it can easily be done with 10 minutes a day. I have the time. It's just a matter of making it a must. So that's what I'm going to be thinking about tonight. Like, I always just have things I'm thinking about, as everyone else does, but I'm just like, have asked my brain that question. Some more sunscreen. Whoop. I've asked my brain that question, and I'm just going to see what comes back. And yeah, that's mainly what I'm thinking about. I'm just so excited about this new podcast, and thank you so much to all of you who have encouraged me to do it. I just got so many emails from a lot of you at the same time suggesting it, and I was like, I've already been thinking about it, and this is just another nudge to actually do it. And I've tried to start it as quickly as possible, as well as I have been with a lot of things, just trying to get started as quickly as I can, because it can be really overwhelming starting a podcast, starting a YouTube channel, starting a blog, which I did ages ago, but just knowing that it can get overwhelming if you let it, and that overwhelm is often procrastination and not letting myself get into it. So really trying to find the quickest, bare minimum viable product that I can put out there, and then iterate from there. So I made the cover art for my Podcast today. It's just my main photo of me that I use with the Smart Twenties podcast. So did that really quickly. Like, I didn't get caught up on what it looks like. I can always change it. So yeah, I'm going to do a really early video tomorrow just to chat about my coaching session with Kit and everything that we went through, or my interpretation of it all, what I took away from it. It's all about money, mindset stuff, and stuff I hadn't even realized was going on. And I just feel like I'm making a lot of progress in this area, even just in the last few days. So yeah, I feel like I haven't said very much, but I'm going to take these down, going to figure out what I want to actually do for planning. I don't know that I want to go back to iCal, but I would love a physical planner, but I don't want to like let that be its own thing. Just want it to be super practical. I might just print these again and have a fresh start with them. I'm not sure. I will have an answer. I'll let you know. But yeah, that's all I'm really going to say today. Hope you're enjoying these videos. Yeah. And if you haven't as well, if you found me through YouTube, make sure you check out my blog as well, smart-twenties.com, and my Instagram, Smart20s, because I share a lot of stuff there, and it's kind of different because this is like as I'm learning and figuring it out, and a lot more raw. On my blog, I have a lot of blog posts where I've like seen in hindsight things that have worked, things that haven't worked for me, all of that sort of thing. I've rounded up like my favorite podcasts, my favorite blogs, all of that kind of thing. I have a morning routine guide. I have lots of different guides about things that I've created just based on what I've learned. So this stuff's kind of different because it's like me sharing what I'm learning as I'm learning it. Some days like today, I feel like I haven't said much at all. And that's like any personal growth journey though. Some days you're just gonna not really have much happen. Or not really gonna know what to say, and often in the moment it doesn't feel like you're making any progress, but in hindsight, like I can already look back at day one, be like, oh, I have learned a lot since then, and that's only 21 days ago. So yeah, if you haven't checked that out, make sure you do that. Anyway, I will see you tomorrow. Bye.